Hi, I'm Kelly Cannon from the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and today I'll be sharing a case study of In the Studio Postwar Abstract Painting, which is MoMA's first studio MOOC on Coursera. And in particular, I'll be focusing on how the course has fostered engagement and community by inviting learners to make and share their own artworks in the discussion forums. For context, MoMA has been making MOOCs on Coursera since 2012, and we currently have 3 teacher MOOCs and 5 general audience MOOCs. MOOC stands for Massive Open Online Course, so there's anywhere between 5,000 and 200,000 learners in each of MoMA's 8 MOOCs. And learners can choose to take the entire course for free or can pay $49 for a course certificate of completion, which is issued by Coursera. In the Studio, Postwar Abstract Painting introduces learners to the materials and techniques of 7 artists through demonstration videos, audio slideshows, close looking at works in MoMA's collection, and other resources. And uniquely, this course invites learners to use these artists' works as points of departure to make and share their own artworks in the discussion forums. To give you a sense of the course experience, I'll play the teaser for you.
We all think about these explosive moments of painting, and you just witnessed some, but really de Kooning alternated those with some very long periods of careful looking at his paintings. But really playing with this tension between all of that conceptual perfection and manual imprecision that we have because, well, you're a human. You make lots of mistakes. Kusama typically, not always, but almost always, worked on primed canvases. There's not one way that Kusama made an infinity net painting. There's not one way that Martin made a gridded composition. So we're just exploring one approach here. Feel free to experiment quite wildly from this. If you can hear that sound, that's what a de Kooning painting sounds like.
Since launch in March 2017, the course has proven to be very popular and engaging, with 4.9 out of 5-star rating and 27,000 enrolled learners. The top countries of enrollment currently are the US, India, the UK, Canada, Spain, Mexico, and Russia. All course videos are created in collaboration with our digital media team, and after launching the course, we activated by producing new demonstration videos and live Q&As with the course instructor that are then released on MoMA's YouTube channel and shared through messaging with Coursera learners. The videos are designed in a manner that will increase their chance of success on YouTube, and the strategy has been working very well so far, with In the Studio being the most viewed playlist on MoMA's YouTube channel in 2017. The YouTubers are a particularly engaged group with their own take on the In the Studio instructor, Corey D'Agostine. When in Canada, you have to make a drink joke. When we set out, one question we had was whether learners on a large scale would actually make and share images of their works in the discussion forums. And in fact, one of the most exciting outcomes for us has been to witness the impact of just that in the forums. And we've been thrilled to see learners offer constructive critique and praise for each other's works, for the composition and the palette, or to help another learner get through a creative block in the studio. And here's just one example, which Sandra says, "I wish I could get started painting. I don't know what's holding me back." Diane says, "Oh, life's little jokes will do that, but I hope you get over your fears and can get back in the studio." And then a few days later, Sandra says, "Thank you so much for taking the time to respond to me so positively. You inspired me to take my first stab at painting." And there it is. The success of the discussion forums led us to organize an exhibition of learners' artworks, and they really enthusiastically responded. A 3-week open call yielded 500 submissions, and we included all of them and displayed them in slideshows at MoMA. And there was an amazing breadth of images. So some learners were using alternate materials, some learners were combining 2 artist styles in their works. In the center you see Yayoi Kusama and Agnes Martin mixed up. And some other learners were making completely digital works with iPads or with Photoshop. 200 learners attended the opening reception in very bad weather in New York in January, including 7 who had traveled from abroad, from Canada, the UK, Philippines, Poland, and Spain, and many who were first-time visitors to MoMA. And with the open call submissions came an outpouring of positive feedback, which really confirmed for us that the courses were having a positive impact on people's lives throughout the world. So, for instance, Magda in Poland says it's a very empowering thing for the new year. Nigel in Australia says he made good contacts with artists who still keep in touch via Facebook. And my favorite of all is Philippa in Australia, who said, "This is so good for America's image worldwide of generosity, especially now." So the main takeaway is that I think despite some skepticism that the term participation can at times feel empty, museum-based MOOCs can fuel creativity, empower participants, and build community. And in a survey last fall, 96% of 5,000 respondents said that they benefited from taking MoMA's MOOCs by being inspired, improving their critical thinking skills, or learning new art-making skills. And some of the ways that we've done that, as I've discussed here, are through connecting learners with artist materials and techniques, encouraging them to share their own creations to foster substantive dialogue, and making it more efficient by collaborating on content across platforms. And finally, I hope you all will enroll at mo.ma/painting, and thank you.